Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
Oh, hi, ma'am. Excuse me. I see you're with the federal government. Can you tell us what's going on in these hotels?
And the funny thing is I have 2 negative COVID tests. I have my car at Park and Fly. I have my house that's empty for me to quarantine, and there's no reason that they're holding me here.
Officer, wait a second. This hotel, hey, this hotel is under construction. So where are the building permits? Hi, sir. Can you tell me what your role is here? Who are the people that you're bringing here? Can you believe this is happening in Canada in the 21st century?
I'll tell you, I have 4 kids, and I never envisioned that this would be their life.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Toronto. Well, folks, I'm near Toronto Pearson International Airport, right in front of the Alt Hotel. Now, this is yet another one of those government quarantine facilities, and I have to tell you, what a convenient setup. You see the SkyTrain link. It ends at this station, just a few meters away from the hotel itself. But the reason we're here is that since this program of mandatory hotel stays kicked in on Monday, there has been some disturbing allegations. First and foremost is that there are reports of certain females being assaulted, sexually assaulted, by security guards. And that was so disturbing that Conservative MP Michelle Rempel-Garner raised in the House that this program should be discontinued immediately. It looks like it has been rushed through. It looks like there has been no background checks for the security personnel. And if that's the case, that is egregious. This is putting people at further risk. It is further victimizing the victims. Secondly, we would love to reach out to the government toll-free 1-800 line that's designed for information for the COVID hotels. The only thing is, as I say in Alabama, folks, this dog don't hunt. You cannot get through to that line. We met one individual Monday. He had phoned it 15 times. 15 times he had been disconnected without speaking to a human being. In any event, there's no sense phoning, emailing, texting these people. So we are doing some, gumshoe journalism. We are coming right to where the story is occurring. And I'm going to go into the hotel and see if I can get some much needed answers. Hey, how you doing there?
Yeah, it's good to me.
Oh, what's that, sir?
What do you get a room for the night, or can you shut off the camera, please?
Sir, is this one of these government quarantine hotels?
I'm asking you to leave.
Hi, ma'am. Were you staying at the Alt Hotel by any chance? Yeah, we're just asking people what it was like to stay there. Were you one of the quarantined air travelers?
No.
Oh, you're
Here for work.
Oh, okay.
Work visit, yeah.
Do you mind me asking how much you paid for your hotel room?
It was covered by my company.
Oh, okay. So you don't know what the total cost is, because we've been hearing $2,000 for 3 nights, but this doesn't look like the kind of hotel where you'd have to pay $2,000 for 3 nights.
I don't think it was $2,000 when I was looking at the fees.
Okay. Oh, hi, ma'am. Excuse me. I see you're with the federal government. Can you tell us what's going on in these hotels? What do you think about the people that are being sexually assaulted in these hotels by security guards? Can you tell me what kind of screening has gone into the security? What department of the federal government do you work for? Ma'am, why is there such secrecy? Are you with the Public Health Agency of Canada? Dave's memories of high school. Well, there you have it, folks. Someone claiming to be the manager told us to call Alana Baker of the Hotel Association of Canada. I did. I got her voicemail. Maybe she'll get back to us. Maybe she won't. And, knock me down with a feather. Somebody called the Peel Regional Police. They came, they spoke to the manager, and they left. Gee, I wonder if I'm going to get a house call in the days ahead like I did with the Toronto Police Service for having the temerity to trespass on a Radisson property. And as far as questions about the sexual assaults and the screening that's gone into the security guards, the man claiming to be the manager didn't want any part of those questions. He told us to basically take a long walk off a short pier. So we will continue our quarantine hotel tour. Next stop, well, why don't we go back to the Radisson? It is coming up for 4 o'clock after all. That's when the Patriots go out and protest and tell the federal government and the owners of the Radisson Hotel, that would be China, by the way, that it's just not right what's happening to the charter rights of Canadians, people who are law-abiding, tax-paying citizens being forced to stay in that rat bag at Four Seasons prices. Let's see what we can uncover there in the minutes and hours ahead. Hi, ma'am. Were you just staying in this hotel?
Yes.
Can you tell me what the conditions were like in there?
So the rooms are nice, but you can't get help for anything. So I have anxiety disorder. It took 2 days to get me medication. I'm vegetarian. They continue bringing me meat every day.
Wait a minute. So you have dietary restrictions and you needed medication and they ignored those requests?
They would constantly say, yes, we'll help you, but no one would help me. Like 6 hours later, I'll call again, and the person told me on the phone literally that it would take 24 hours. I recorded all the conversations. It was horrible. Finally, once I got my negative COVID test to try to leave, they said they're going to make me stay again for another 24 hours.
Why?
Because there's process to letting you leave. And I said, I don't understand. Like, you can't keep me here. I don't have anything to eat here. You're constantly bringing me meat when I'm telling you guys I don't eat this. I was hysterical, crying. They told me if I do try to leave that they're going to detain me and arrest me. So honestly, it was scary.
You can't even order your own food via DoorDash or Uber. Why not?
I don't know. And so I said that to the guy. I said, if you're not providing me with something, then I should be able to provide myself with it. And the man on the phone from the Red Cross literally laughed and said, no, you can't order anything and you can't leave.
Wait a minute. Somebody from the Red Cross was laughing at you?
Absolutely. And I have it all recorded.
I'd love to get those recordings. I thought the Red Cross were the compassionate people.
No, there was nobody helping me.
What's your name?
Unbelievable.
Andrea?
Need a lift. Someone will give you a lift.
I have an Uber here. I'm trying to just get to my car at Park and Fly. And the funny thing is I have 2 negative COVID tests. I have my car at Park and Fly. I have my house that's empty for me to quarantine in. There's no reason that they're holding me here. Today, whenever they said they wouldn't let me leave, I contacted a lawyer and I contacted CTV News already. I didn't know what to do. Like, nobody is helping me.
Well, Andrea, this is egregious, and you haven't been given a fine or anything, have you?
No, because I followed their rules and I didn't leave.
Are you technically finished?
No, I had to finish the next 14 days in my home. What? No, they let me finally leave because I called Public Health Canada, I called Public Health Toronto, I called a lawyer. Finally, someone contacted me and said that they're going to let me leave, but they wanted me to stay again tonight. I have the emails that say, it doesn't matter if you have your test, this is going to take another 12 hours, so you're going to stay. And I said, no, like, this is ridiculous. I can't even get food here. It took me literally 7 phone calls and 8 hours to get some granola bars sent to my room.
Unbelievable. Why is there, if this hotel is under construction, why are there no building permits?
You're not allowed to break quarantine, please.
No, I'm not, I'm in, officer, wait a second. This hotel, hey, this hotel is under construction, so where are the building permits? Where are the building permits? Officer, where is the building permits if this hotel is under construction? By law, they have to have that in display.
You know what? None of you are scary.
Are you guys aware of what that woman just went through? Hey?
What if your police officer assaulted one of us? You know, get that on.
Officer, we've been told by Jamie, the security manager, this hotel is under construction. So why are there no building permits by law on display? Can you tell me that? Officers, where are the building permits? We've been told by Jamie, the security manager, that this hotel's under construction. Therefore, by law, there has to be building permits on display. Why are you not enforcing that law, sir? No, they're taking a vow of silence that would make a monk blush. But that is the truth. We have had, if you don't remember, folks, remember our first encounter with Jamie? Check it out. It was back in January.
Closed for construction.
Yeah, so the hotel's under construction, but I checked with the City of Toronto. If it's under construction, there has to be building permits on display. I don't see that. Oh, Jamie, Mr. Kyle, where are the building permits? Jamie, you are a liar and you are breaking the law, Jamie. What a coward. What a liar.
Oh, careful! Careful! Careful!
Wow, so this is like Tiananmen Square 1989 then.
No, I think it's worse because no lessons have been learned.
Okay, then. So are you blocking this truck right now?
I'm just assembling here.
Okay, then.
I'm assembling peacefully in this area.
Okay, then. Well, I hope things don't go off the rails for you. I see the police are giving us a stare down right now, but have the people in the truck told you anything, sir?
I don't know them. I don't know. They pretend not to be able to speak, I guess.
You can leave! Don't let them force you! You can leave! You're getting sexually assaulted!
What are you wearing?
Did you know today is Pink Shirt Day? Today is Anti-Bullying Day! What the hell are you guys doing?
Listen, I just spoke to, a couple of days ago, Mike in Sudbury. You were instrumental in breaking Mike out of this hotel. And folks, if you don't know the story of Mike, it's going to be posted soon. This was a man, a lineman, who came back from California to Ontario to get a cancer treatment appointment, was put in this hotel despite the fact that he's an essential worker. He missed his appointment. They wouldn't let him go to the hospital to get his appointment. And thanks to Stephanie, you were able to break him out. He spent 2 nights in this rat bag eating almost inedible food and in a room that had black mold in the shower. And I can tell you, Mike is very grateful that not only did you get him out, but you got him as far as Perry Sound. His wife picked him up, drove him to Sudbury, but he got a ticket for almost $4,000. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's crazy. I think not only is it crazy that he got this ticket, I think it's crazy that they came to his residence at 9:30 at night to give him this ticket. It's all intimidation and it's all fear, and thank goodness for Mike and Terry for being so strong and not being fazed by it and willing to fight this as much as it needs to be fought.
You know, maybe Mike's folly, maybe the way he made a mistake was that he came into Toronto as a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen, an essential worker. He's a lineman. What he should have done is, I don't know, fly into New York State, cross into Quebec by Roxham Road, and that way the police don't give you a ticket. They actually carry your bags like bellhops.
Right, yeah, it's crazy.
So what happened? We just got here a few minutes ago. I see more police are coming. They've fortified the wall since we were last here. It's kind of like the Great Wall of China, which might be appropriate given that this place is owned by China.
Absolutely. Well, it's starting to really look like a prison now. When we first got here, we were informed that this entire street is private property, and none of us are welcome to be on the street, on the sidewalks, on any of the parking lots here. I was given 2 court summons for organizing an event over 5 people. Let me be the first to say that I did not invite anybody here. I decided to come myself. On top of it, these tickets are not for me. The information on the ticket is for Samantha, and I am Stephanie. And the officer who handed these to me clearly knew that because he called me Stephanie and was very excited to give me these tickets. When I asked, what do I do with the court summons that is not in my name? He said, you have to speak to the officer who gave gave it to you. I tried to ask the officer who gave it to me, and he had no comments for me.
Well, you don't have to worry about a thing, Stephanie, because you're already a Fight the Fines candidate for us. We're taking care of your lawyer. We're crowdfunding your legal fees through fightthefines.com. So all you have to do is just forward that to our lawyer, and we're just going to heap a couple more logs on the fire, I guess, when you get your day in court. But I got to ask you, especially as a woman, what do you make of these reports coming out that there have been females sexually assaulted at these quarantine hotels? If it is true, I think this is very disturbing.
I think this is very disturbing. To begin with, the fact that the locks on doors are being taken off and you can't comfortably sleep in your room by yourself. If I was in one of these hotels, I don't know the men and the women who are working here. I would like that safety for myself. So on top of it, now to hear the allegations that are coming out, it's absolutely sickening.
Yeah. So we have one of the, I guess it's the interment vessels. It's kind of like a kinder, gentler paddy wagon. And maybe I can get the driver to speak to me. No.
The barbed wire goes up next week. The barbed wire next week, and then the dogs.
Oh.
We got the dogs.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping to get a comment, sir. Hi, sir. Can you tell me what your role is here? Who are the people that you're bringing here? Check out the wall, the little yellow twine rope that would stop a gerbil at 40 paces. That's been taken away, and now they've got a steel fence or a gate. It's on rollers, I see. And they still have the private property, no trespassing. They've also got some concrete bunkers. So they're definitely beefing up the entry point here. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of the Three Little Pigs. They start off with straw, then wood, I guess brick. I guess next week we're going to see barbed wire on the top of that fence. Well, folks, I'm here with Jason, and he knows a little bit about what it's like to have your freedom taken away. Jason, a few weeks ago, was at Queen's Park, and because him and some other family members were wearing these red...
Too loud and too proud, as
too loud and too proud.
Yes.
So I guess it's against the law to be a big mouth in Tyrant Tories Toronto these days, then.
Yes, they indicated that they targeted us simply because we were too noticeable.
Too noticeable.
Suzanne was wearing one of our sweaters that day as well, and also was ticketed.
So it is a crime in John Tory's Toronto to be too noticeable?
Too noticeable, too loud, too proud as a Canadian.
Well,
That'll get you an $800, and ours was $30. But other people's have been $750, other people's have been $850. They're random.
Well, I guess there's a silver lining in the Gay Pride Parade being canceled again this year, sir, because if they're going after noticeable, loud, proud people, wow, they would fill every prison with...
Their wrists would certainly be tired by the end of the day, that's for sure.
So this is just absolutely incredible. Now, I think you have already gotten in touch with our Fight the Fines?
We have, yes,
okay,
yes.
Then. Here comes another paddy wagon, cow catcher, whatever you want to call it. Sir, who have you picked up from the airport? I see.
Committed no crime. How do you detain people that are innocent?
Well, but before they shut the gate, and I guess what's next? Maybe a drawbridge and a moat with alligators in it for next week? I just noticed one person other than the driver in that vehicle. I don't know if it's a staff member or if it's a new inmate/guest for the lovely Radisson, but we'll continue to monitor the progress. Okay, that was loud. Well, folks, I caught up with Samantha. Now, Samantha, you might recall from several weeks ago, she actually got some, cockamamie seatbelt ticket out of all the thousands and thousands of cars on the road that day. Why was she targeted? Well, I think it was because you had anti-lockdown messages on your minivan. Here, check it out. Hi, ma'am. Excuse me. David Menzies, Rebel News. Hi. Why did that officer pull you over?
Because I told him that they are not withholding their oath, and he saw that my seatbelt wasn't on properly, so he decided to pull me over to ticket me for not wearing my seatbelt properly.
No kidding. So here we are now, and you're in front of the Radisson Hotel. You're trying to liberate people. We got here just a few moments before your encounter with police. What happened?
So we got here. We were shocked by what was happening, so we tried to observe, see what was going on. And then I was confronted by this really rough, angry woman with a ticket, and I don't know what it was for. I couldn't make out what she was saying, so I asked her what this was for, and I said I don't consent. I don't understand what's going on. So she then shoved the ticket in my chest, and it dropped to the ground, and it got all wet. So she picked it up, and I took it. Oh no, sorry, I picked it up. Actually, I don't even remember how that played out, but I had the ticket in hand, and then I noticed that the ticket was not for my name. It wasn't for me, and so I questioned, what do I do with this, because this is not me. I don't know what to do.
Right.
And she said, you need to ask the serving officer, whoever gave you the ticket. So this one is for Stephanie, which is not my name. I am Samantha.
Okay.
It says fail to comply with continued section whatever. And then this one says, oh, same thing. Fail to comply with the Reopening Act.
And who's that ticket for?
For Stephanie.
Oh, okay then.
This is not my address. This is not me. This is not for me.
Well, I guess, are you going to hand them to Stephanie, or I mean?
I don't know I don't know who this person is. I mean, I'm not Stephanie, so I can't do anything with this. But
well, it seems that the police don't know who's who in the zoo, so to speak. They're not even giving the right people the tickets.
Right? I mean, that just really goes to show how much of a laughingstock this whole matter is. We're here trying to help the people who are being unlawfully detained, and you come again with your intimidation to try and force us to leave by scaring us. But again, like I said last time, we are not the ones to be scared. So
and tell me, especially as a woman, how do you feel about these stories that are surfacing that people have been getting sexually assaulted at these government quarantine hotels? If these allegations are true, to me what it suggests is that they haven't done the proper background screening for the jailers, the security guards that are keeping people under lock and key. I think this is very disturbing.
Honestly, I can't even begin to fathom that. And as a woman, I couldn't even begin to being stuck in here already with the fear of what is going on, and then to have a male presence take advantage of you like that. Yeah, if anything, I speak for all the women who are here. That makes us stand up stronger, and that makes us stand up and say, no, we will not take what is happening, and we sure as hell will not take that at all.
Can you believe this is happening in Canada in the 21st century?
I'll tell you, I have 4 kids, and I never envisioned that this would be their life.
Officer, can I ask you, do these people legally have to stay here?
Any questions?
You won't answer any questions?
I'm not answering any questions.
Why is that, sir?
Because I'm not authorized to answer questions.
Okay, then, but I mean, you're here on the ground, and I'm just wondering
But I'm not here to answer questions.
Okay, well, I thought it was a free country, and I just want to hear your side of the story.
And it's my position that I'm not answering your question.
Absolutely, you have the freedom to walk away, but I'm just wondering if these people have to stay here, if there is a legal penalty for them to leave.
That's a good question.
I'm not answering the question, sir. I'm not answering the question.
As a citizen, can I ask you, is there legal grounds to trespass people off the sidewalk here?
He's an absolutely great officer.
I'm not answering the questions. I'm not here for an interview.
No. Well, I got a ticket. I'm inquiring about my trespass ticket for walking on the sidewalk.
Okay, well, you can bring that up with the Justice of the Peace.
Well, how come one police officer says that I'm trespassing on a sidewalk that's owned by the Radisson or the Chinese government? Apparently this sidewalk all here is owned by the Chinese government. They didn't tell you that, Mr. Griss?
Actually, sir, do we know where the property line is for the hotel and where the...
I don't have a survey.
Okay. But that would be germane to the point here if we're going to be trespassing people.
Then she can bring that up with the Justice of the Peace.
So basically, one of your fellow officers...
Well, folks, the protest is still here, although guess what? I heard some of them are breaking off and going to the Alt Hotel. It's definitely not as fortified as the Radisson Hotel. Hey, how you doing, officer? Good.
They're holding kids in there. There's young kids in that room.
How you doing, officers? Good, sir.
I guess I don't really even understand what's going on right now.
As I understand it, sir, these people here, they have a phone number and they're asking people to phone the number, and I guess they can leave. They'll provide rides for them. And we're actually, you can give me clarity. We're trying to figure out if these people in these quarantine hotels are legally obliged to stay here, officer. Do you know?
I'm not too sure. I honestly, I'm not going to pretend I know what's going on with the rules because they're obviously changing moment to moment.
Right.
We were just called here just because there was a gathering.
Yes.
And the property management just wanted people on the sidewalk.
Oh, okay. This is part of their property here. Okay.
So they just wanted you guys on the sidewalk, but you guys aren't causing any problem. So.
You are free to leave. You don't have to. Do not let them continue. Are these detainment camps now? Mr. Driver, are you bringing in detainees every day? What's going on? What's happening to this country?
It's not all right. These are not detainment camps.
Man, but why would you want to go? You don't have to go. We'll give you a ride home.
They're trying to scare you into going. They have no power over you. What's going on?
Folks, have you had your rights trampled on during this pandemic? Well, if so, please go to fightthefines.com. That's fightthefines.com if you've been given one of those $880 Wuhan virus tickets or worse. We want to hear your story, and if we think it has merit, we will link you up with a top-notch lawyer and crowdfund your legal fees.